the final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission: to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
U.S. Space Camp. Are we...
This is the LTD on Air to Ground 1. How do you read? Over.
LTD on S2, going clear, how many?
Welcome to U.S. Space Camp. Our week at Space Camp is an introduction to an exciting future among the stars, exploring a universe of science and technology. We experience the sensations of astronaut training, see the space program in the making, and touch the history of space exploration. One of our first activities is rocket construction. Building a rocket helps us understand how they work. We learn about aerodynamics, thrust, staging, and recovery systems. It takes several days to put everything together.
Where are you from?
I'm Tommy Gobey, and I come from Columbus, Ohio.
Okay, out of everything that you did this week at camp, what has been your favorite thing that you've had to do?
I don't know, I liked a lot of the things we did, like yesterday and stuff.
What about the simulators, like the 1/6 chair and the 5DF? Which one did you enjoy the most?
Which one's the one that was on springs and
Okay, that was the 1/6 chair. What did you like about that one?
I liked the 1/6 chair because, I don't know, it's fun going up and down and forward and everything.
Okay, let's go to the next person now.
Take them to the special launch site. These rockets use special solid rocket motors, and they can soar more than 1,000 feet into the air before their parachutes pop out and the payload flutters softly back to Earth. Most rockets make it, but some don't. Well, maybe next time.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Missions to the moon had to learn how to walk on the lunar surface, where gravity is only 1/6 of that on Earth. That could cause problems for astronauts working in bulky spacesuits. They trained using equipment, moonwalk training chair. The springs offset 5/6 of a person's weight, so he feels like he's walking on the moon. Train astronauts for spacewalks, it used the 5 Degrees of Freedom training simulator. In Space Camp, they call it a 5DF. Gemini astronauts use the 5DF to train for the first American spacewalks. The chair is on pivots, so it can cartwheel or somersault. And it actually flies on compressed air, a tiny fraction of an inch above the floor. Since it's flying, you can move forward and backward, from side to side, or spin like a top. Cannot take up much space. Astronauts eat a diet that includes dehydrated, freeze-dried, and vacuum-packed meals. The wear special spacesuits that protect them from radiation, extremes of heat and cold, and from micrometeorites. Their spacesuit also provides oxygen and other life support. We try on a spacesuit mock-up. This is a very simple mock-up, but it helps us learn how difficult it is to work in space.
Consists on a building of a television broadcasting system. The name of it is Starlab.
This system is powered by solar energy.
You can notice that we have a satellite collecting television and radio waves from Earth.
This structure has a room that stores all solar energy.
There is a side-by-side habitat for people to stay on long-term assignments.
This structure is in a high orbit around the Earth.
The broadcasting system is set up so you can be viewed while in space, as well as worldwide.
Outside the habitatory, there is a dock for Shuttle C to drop off supplies for different assignments.
In the top of the station, there's a small medical office where there's a nurse and doctor on duty 24 hours a day.
Our station also has a main engine for travel nearby the Earth.
This station is helpful to NASA because it can pick up any life form from distant planets.
We hope you've enjoyed our presentation of our space future.
We go to a swimming pool and do a training exercise using a Skylab film canister. First, we try to move it without touching the bottom of the pool. We move, but the canister doesn't. That's what would happen to an astronaut floating in space. We also experience a rescue training exercise from the Gemini program. Astronauts were taught to jump from their spacecraft into a rescue raft, then paddle to a basket suspended from a helicopter. the Space Shuttle Columbia mock-up for our simulated space mission. An early part of our training is an introduction to the orbiter and to mission control. We need to know how everything works if we're going to have a successful mission. Our mission is a success. We do our experiments and land safely. Now is time for our debriefing. We review what happened during the mission and learn from our mistakes. This has been the culmination of our week at Space Camp. We learned a lot and had a lot of fun. Now it's time to receive the wings and certificates that prove we've completed Space Camp. Families and friends from around the country are gathered for the ceremony.
My Orbiter Systems Officer was Jared Metropolis, who's from Arlington Heights, Illinois. Jason Frank from Allentown, Pennsylvania was Mission Specialist number 1. Eric Blankenhorn from Massillon, Ohio was Mission Specialist number 2. Also from Massillon, Ohio was my commander, Josh Pogorelic. Jonathan Boss from Deer Park, Texas was my principal investigator. Mark Evans from Columbia, Missouri was my pilot specialist number 1. From Columbus, Ohio, our mission scientist was Tommy Hervé. Our tracking officer was from Houston, Texas, and it was Vasilis Harisis. Diane Harkin.
Today, I ought to be allowed to drive.
Common goal: to prepare ourselves for a future of exploration in science, in technology, or in space. And that future begins for us with our training at Space Camp.
such as a place where all nations can come and be together and grow their own produce and be self-sufficient in space is quite a unique and quite an ingenious idea. What they do is they get together as a group. They design a space station, or their idea of a space station. They not only draw this picture, but they present it to their peers through a sophisticated tinker toy called Ramagons. And these Ramagons are put together in the configuration of their design. The first large space structure winner, and we have dual winners this week, is the Pluto team, Kathy Browning. Each trainee will be receiving an official U.S. Space Camp shuttle lapel pin. Saturn. Presented to the two trainees in a session who have displayed by both word and deeds the characteristics of the United States space explorers, such qualities as leadership, sound decision-making, self-confidence, working with peers, striving for excellence, and seeking and sharing knowledge. Right Stuff Award recipients are young adults who have demonstrated that they are preparing today to be the space explorers of tomorrow. Many hours to plan, implement, and to come to a space camp. I know that on behalf of management that we are sincerely proud of all our participation from the parents, and we hope that anything that we can do to make our program a better one, we'd love to hear from you. Your trainees will be speaking a new language, and language is one of the future, with new acronyms and new